Welcome back to our channel where we uncover the most valuable and historic coins hiding in plain sight. Today, we are diving deep into the incredible story of the 1970 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin. This seemingly ordinary coin has taken the numismatic world by storm due to its unique characteristics, scarcity, and skyrocketing value. Stay with us to the very end as we break down why this coin is worth an astonishing $89,934 in today's market, and how you can find out if you have one in your collection. Let's begin with the rich background of the Lincoln 1-cent penny itself. First introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth, the Lincoln cent replaced the Indian head penny and became the first U.S. coin to feature a real person. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the original reverse displayed two wheat ears which remained until 1958. In 1959, the reverse was changed to the Lincoln Memorial in celebration of the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. This reverse design remained in place through the year 2008. By 1970, the Lincoln Memorial reverse had become familiar to the American public, but little did people know that some coins minted that year would turn out to be incredibly rare and valuable. Now let's talk specifically about the 1970 Lincoln 1-cent penny without a mint mark. This coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which at that time did not use a mint mark on its 1-cent coins. While Philadelphia struck millions of pennies that year, what makes the 1970 no-mint mark penny special lies not just in where it was minted, but in the variety of errors and rarities that occurred during production. One of the most remarkable features found in some of these coins is the double die obverse, where the design elements on the front of the coin appear to be duplicated due to a misalignment in the die. This doubling is most visible in the inscriptions such as, "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the date, 1970. Such doubling errors are extremely rare and are highly sought after by collectors. The more prominent and clearly visible the doubling is, the higher the value climbs. In addition to doubling, some 1970 no-mint mark pennies have strong strike quality, near-perfect centering, and sharp detail, especially when found in mint state condition or higher. Coins graded MS65 or better are especially desirable. Red designation also plays a huge role in its value. A coin that has retained its original red copper luster is far more valuable than one that has toned brown or red-brown over time. Another important factor contributing to the astronomical value of certain 1970 no-mint mark pennies is their extreme rarity in top condition. Over the years, most of these coins went into circulation and experienced significant wear. Finding one that has been preserved in nearly pristine condition is like discovering a needle in a haystack. The combination of rare mint errors, high grade, strong red color, and no visible signs of handling all contribute to the high demand among collectors. Now, let's talk about the current market value. The 1970 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny has set auction records and continues to draw major interest in the numismatic community. According to verified auction results and trusted coin grading services, one example of this rare and exceptional coin sold for an eye-watering $89,934. That's right, a single penny, originally worth just 1 cent, has achieved a value close to $90,000. This was due to its incredible condition, its strong doubling on the obverse, and its preserved red color. The coin was certified and authenticated by a top-tier grading company, and when it hit the auction block, collectors went into a bidding frenzy. So what does this mean for you? Well, if you have a collection of pennies, especially Lincoln cents from the 1970s, it is absolutely worth going through them carefully. Look for the 1970 no-mint mark penny, examine it under a magnifying glass, and check for doubling on the date and the lettering. If you spot anything unusual, it could be a strong candidate for professional grading. And remember, condition is everything. A coin that's been well preserved and kept in a protective case stands a much better chance of achieving high value. Even if your 1970 penny doesn't have doubling, if it is in brilliant uncirculated red condition, it may still fetch a premium price. Collectors are always on the lookout for exceptional specimens, and the market continues to reward those who take the time to check their change and sort through old coin jars. In conclusion, the 1970 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny is far more than a piece of pocket change. It's a hidden treasure, a historic artifact, and a symbol of the potential value that lies in our everyday currency. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, keep an eye out for this gem. It might just change your financial future. And if you ever come across a coin like this, do not spend it or sell it hastily. Have it professionally evaluated and understand its true worth before making any decisions. Thank you for watching. If you found this video informative, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives into rare and valuable coins. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss an update. We'll be back soon with another incredible coin story that just might be sitting in your pocket right now. Until next time, happy hunting and may your next penny be worth a fortune. Welcome back, coin lovers, collectors, and treasure hunters. In today's eye-opening video, we will dive deep into the astonishing world of the 1972 mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin, a seemingly common piece of copper that could actually be worth a small fortune. Yes, you heard that right. This particular coin, often overlooked in pocket change or old penny jars, has reached a jaw-dropping current market value of $84,895. So sit tight, because we're going to explore its fascinating history, what makes it so valuable, and how you might have one sitting unnoticed in your collection. Let's begin with the origin and background. The 1972 Lincoln penny was minted at the Denver Mint, which is what the D mint mark represents. The Denver Mint has long been one of the primary facilities for striking United States coinage, known for producing high-quality coins in large quantities. In 1972, the Mint struck over 2.6 billion Lincoln pennies with the D mint mark, which might make you think these coins are too common to be valuable. But don't be fooled. Among those billions are rare gems with extraordinary characteristics that transform them from mere pocket change into highly prized collector's items. The Lincoln 1-cent coin was originally introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin was the first U.S. currency to feature a real person's portrait, a revolutionary idea at the time. The design has seen various updates, especially on the reverse side, but Lincoln's solemn profile has remained ever since. By 1972, the coin still bore the original obverse design of Abraham Lincoln's bust and featured the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, a design that had been in use since 1959. Now, what sets the 1972 Lincoln penny apart from the millions of others? It's all about the small details, mint errors, doubled dies, off-center strikes, and high-grade conditions that elevate its value dramatically. The most valuable 1972 pennies are those that are in uncirculated or mint state condition, specifically graded MS66 or higher by trusted grading companies like PCGS or NGC. When a coin is found in such pristine condition with sharp details, perfect strike, and full original luster, collectors are willing to pay top dollar. But the real shocker is the presence of rare minting errors that makes some 1972 pennies virtually priceless. One such error involves a dramatic double die obverse, meaning parts of the design, like the date or the words, "In God We Trust," and "Liberty," appear doubled under magnification. While the most famous double die version in 1972 comes from the Philadelphia Mint, a very small number of Denver minted coins have shown striking anomalies that have created intense excitement in the numismatic community. Combine a mint error with high grade, and you have a coin that collectors go crazy for, and that brings us to the most thrilling part, the current market value. One extraordinary example of the 1972 Lincoln penny was graded by a professional grading service and sold at auction for an incredible $84,895. That's right, a single penny that you could mistake for a common coin has turned out to be worth nearly 85 grand. Why? Because it had the perfect storm of rarity, condition, and historical value that collectors dream about. So how can you check if you might have one of these hidden treasures? First, grab a magnifying glass and a bright light. Look closely at the date, the lettering, and both the obverse and reverse for any signs of doubling, off-center strikes, or other unusual features. Then, inspect the coin's condition, The fewer the scratches, the better. Coins with original shine, no wear, and clean fields stand the best chance at commanding high prices. If you think your coin might be valuable, it's worth having it professionally graded and authenticated. And remember, just because a coin is old doesn't mean it's valuable. But when age, rarity, and condition combine, magic can happen. The story of the 1972 Lincoln penny reminds us that treasures can hide in plain sight, even among spare change. Keep your eyes open, check those penny jars, and never overlook a coin simply because it looks ordinary. You never know when you might be holding something worth tens of thousands of dollars. That wraps up our in-depth look at the incredible 1972 Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin with a simple design but a legendary story. Its place in numismatic history is secured not only by its connection to Abraham Lincoln and the legacy of American coinage, but also by the thrill it brings to collectors who strike gold and copper. If you enjoyed today's video and want more rare coin stories, shocking values, and hidden treasures from the world of numismatics, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, keep collecting, keep searching, and who knows, your next big discovery might be just 1 penny away. Welcome back to the channel where we bring you the most fascinating and valuable stories behind the coins sitting in your collection, or even hiding in plain sight. Today, we're diving deep into the incredible history, details, and current jaw-dropping market value of one of the most mysterious and sought-after coins in the world of rare U.S. coinage, the 1976 Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. A coin that might appear ordinary to the untrained eye, but which has fetched up to $82,736 in recent auctions due to its remarkable rarity, unique background, and nearly flawless condition when preserved properly. So buckle up, because by the end of this video, you might want to dig through your change jar or old coin albums to see if you are sitting on a small fortune. Let's first set the stage with some history. The year was 1976, a year of celebration in the United States. It marked the nation's bicentennial, the 200th anniversary of American independence. Across the country, Americans were celebrating their history, their heritage, and their freedom. The U.S. Mint issued special designs for the quarter, half-dollar, and dollar coins to commemorate this monumental occasion. However, no changes were made to the Lincoln cent, which retained its familiar design introduced in 1959, the portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, created by Frank Gasparo. Now here's where things get interesting. In 1976, Lincoln cents were produced at multiple mints, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Normally, coins struck at the Denver Mint bear a small D Mint mark, while those struck at the San Francisco Mint are often proofs or collector's issues and bear an S Mint mark. Coins produced in Philadelphia traditionally did not carry a mint mark at all during that time, which is the case with the 1976 No Mint Mark Lincoln penny. But wait, just because it has no mint mark doesn't make it instantly valuable. So why is this particular 1976 penny worth over $82,000 today? The answer lies in a combination of ultra-rare errors, extraordinary condition, and collector demand. The most valuable 1976 No Mint Mark Lincoln penny ever discovered was found in what collectors call mint state condition, graded by professional services such as PCGS or NGC. This specific coin was virtually flawless, with a strong strike, full luster, and absolutely no signs of wear. It was preserved in pristine condition since the day it left the mint, likely stored away in a roll or a collector's folder for decades. But that's not all. What made this coin truly exceptional was that it exhibited a rare doubled die obverse, also known as a DDO. This means that during the minting process the coin was struck by a die that had been misaligned or doubled, causing the date and lettering, such as the word liberty and the phrase "In God We Trust," to appear slightly doubled. This is a highly desirable error among collectors and instantly increases a coin's value. Adding to its rarity was the fact that this particular penny had a sharply detailed strike, deep red copper color, and zero damage from circulation. When it was submitted to a top-tier grading service, it received one of the highest grades ever given to a coin of its kind, MS 67 red, a near-perfect gem. This coin story spread rapidly through coin forums, collector magazines, and auction houses. When it went up for sale, it caught the attention of elite collectors across the globe, all vying to add this nearly mythical coin to their private collections. The final hammer price? A staggering $82,736. That's right. What began life as a humble 1-cent piece became worth more than some brand new luxury cars. Now you may be wondering, could I possibly have one of these rare and valuable coins? The answer is yes, it's possible, though very rare. If you have a 1976 penny without a mint mark, the first step is to check its condition. If it's worn, scratched, or corroded, its value is likely only a cent. But if it appears shiny, has no signs of circulation, and looks nearly flawless, it may be worth getting professionally graded. You'll also want to look closely, preferably with a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe, at the date and lettering on the obverse side of the coin. Look for any signs of doubling in the letters or numbers. If you think you see something unusual, it's a good idea to have it examined by a professional numismatist or submit it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC for authentication. Another major factor that drives value is color. Lincoln pennies are graded not just by wear, but by color: brown, red-brown, and red. Red coins are those that have retained at least 95% of their original copper color and shine. These red examples are the most valuable by far, especially when they are found in high mint state grades like MS66 or MS67. Let's also talk about market trends. As of now, collectors are paying a premium for era coins and exceptionally preserved cents from the 1970s, particularly those from significant historical years like 1976. With inflation and growing interest in alternative assets like rare coins, these kinds of collectibles are seeing rising demand. People are turning to tangible pieces of history, not just for investment, but for their historical value and uniqueness. And this is what makes the 1976 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny so special. It's not just a coin, it's a story frozen in copper. A story of American history, rare minting phenomena, and the magic that happens when an everyday object becomes a treasure. It's proof that sometimes, the most valuable things are hiding in the most ordinary places. So if you come across an old penny from 1976 with no mint mark, take a closer look. It just might change your life. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or a curious treasure hunter, never underestimate the power of a simple penny. It could be worth more than you ever imagined. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the incredible story of the 1976 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing coin stories, rare finds, and valuable collector tips. Let us know in the comments if you've ever come across a 1976 penny in your own collection, and what you discovered. Until next time, keep hunting, stay curious, and happy collecting. Welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the fascinating world of rare and valuable coins. In today's episode, we're exploring one of the most sought after and talked about Lincoln cents of the late 20th century, the 1977 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. You might be surprised to learn that this little copper coin, which many people overlook or toss into jars, could be worth an absolute fortune. We're going to take you through the full history, the coin's unique features, what makes it so valuable today, and how its current market value has soared up to an astonishing $56,723. Let's begin with the history of this iconic coin. The Lincoln 1-cent penny has a long and proud legacy in United States coinage. First minted in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, the penny featuring his portrait became the first U.S. coin to bear the image of a real person. This design was created by sculptor Victor David Brenner, and over the decades, the Lincoln cent has undergone a few changes, but the classic obverse portrait of Lincoln has remained largely untouched. Fast forward to the year 1977. America was going through a time of transition. Jimmy Carter had just been elected president, Elvis Presley tragically passed away, and inflation was beginning to rise. During this period, the United States Mint was producing billions of coins for circulation. That year, the Mint struck Lincoln 1-cent coins at 3 different locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The ones minted in Denver bear a D mint mark, and those from San Francisco usually carry an S mint mark, often used for proof sets. However, coins minted in Philadelphia traditionally had no mint mark at all. This is where our focus lies, the 1977 Lincoln cent with no mint mark. Now you may be asking, if the Philadelphia Mint always produced coins without a mint mark, what makes the 1977 no mint mark penny so special? That's a great question, and the answer lies in the tiny but significant details that collectors hunt for. First, not all no mint mark coins from 1977 are valuable. The average 1977 Philadelphia penny is made of 95% copper and 5% zinc and is worth just face value in circulation. However, a very limited number of these coins were struck with such pristine quality, and with rare errors or exceptional conditions, that they command incredible prices in today's numismatic market. What kind of features can make a 1977 no mint mark penny worth tens of thousands of dollars? Let's look at a few. One key factor is the coin's condition. Collectors place a huge premium on coins that are in mint state, especially those graded MS67 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. These coins show no wear and retain their original luster. Another factor is error coins. Some 1977 no mint mark pennies were struck off center, double struck, or have other minting anomalies that make them incredibly rare. These error coins are extremely valuable to collectors who specialize in mistakes that happen during the minting process. One of the most astonishing sales involved a 1977 no mint mark Lincoln penny that was preserved in an exceptional mint state condition with extremely high grading. This particular coin, due to its perfect surfaces, sharp details, and historical significance, sold for an unbelievable $56,723 in a recent high-profile auction. That's right, this small copper penny that once could buy a piece of candy now holds the power of tens of thousands of dollars if you find the right buyer. The story does not end there. Coin dealers, auction houses, and passionate collectors are always on the lookout for these types of high-value coins. That means if you happen to come across a 1977 penny with no mint mark in your spare change, or maybe tucked away in an old coin collection passed down from a family member, it could be worth a fortune. The key is to carefully inspect the coin. Look for sharp details, signs of errors, and lack of damage. If you believe your coin may be valuable, the best thing you can do is have it professionally graded and authenticated. Even more amazing is the fact that these rare finds are still being discovered in the wild. There are countless stories of everyday people who stumbled upon what they thought was a regular penny, only to discover later that they were holding a highly valuable piece of American coinage history. In fact, it is coins like the 1977 no mint mark Lincoln cent that inspire a new generation of collectors and treasure hunters. So what should you do now? Start checking your change. Dig through those old coin jars. Examine every penny from 1977 that does not have a mint mark under the date. If you think you may have a winner, protect the coin, don't clean it, and consult with a professional coin appraiser or send it to a grading service. You never know, you could be the next lucky person to turn a penny into over $56,000. Thank you for watching today's deep dive into the 1977 no mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on more coin secrets and million-dollar penny stories. Drop a comment if you found any interesting coins recently, or if you're going to start your hunt today. Until next time, keep collecting and keep believing, because treasure could be hiding right in your pocket. This is your host signing off, and remember, in the world of coins, 1 cent could be worth a lifetime. YouTube video script, 1964 D Lincoln 1-cent penny coin history and value, worth $88,927. Welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the world of rare and valuable coins that could be hiding right in your pocket change or resting in your old coin collection. Today, we're uncovering the fascinating and historic journey of one extraordinary coin, the 1964 D Lincoln 1-cent penny. This coin may look ordinary to the untrained eye, but hold on to your seats, because some examples of this penny have been sold for as much as $88,927. Yes, you heard that right. A single 1964 D penny, a coin with a face value of just 1 cent, can now be worth a small fortune. So grab your magnifying glasses and let's explore everything there is to know about this remarkable piece of American coinage history. The 1964 D Lincoln penny was minted at the Denver Mint, indicated by the small letter D located just beneath the date on the obverse side of the coin, right below President Abraham Lincoln's portrait. The Lincoln cent had been in circulation since 1909, created to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, and by 1964 it had become one of the most iconic and recognizable coins in the United States. The design on the obverse was created by sculptor Victor David Brenner and featured a detailed bust of Lincoln facing right, with the words, "In God We Trust," inscribed above his head, "Liberty," on the left side, and the date with the D Mint mark on the right. Now let's dive into the reason why the 1964 D penny is so special. That year, the U.S. Mint produced over 3 billion of these coins at the Denver Mint, making it one of the most heavily produced dates in the Lincoln cent series. However, what truly sets apart the valuable examples of the 1964 D penny from the rest is the combination of die varieties, mint errors, and pristine condition. Some of these rare coins exhibit double dies, repunched mint marks, or even unusual planchet composition errors. For instance, double die obverse coins can display noticeable doubling in the inscriptions or Lincoln's profile, which increases their rarity and desirability among collectors. Repunched mint marks, where the D appears to have been struck more than once in slightly different positions, also catch the attention of experienced numismatists. Another major factor that elevates the value of a 1964 D penny is its grade or condition. Coins that have never been circulated and maintain their original luster with sharp details and zero scratches can be graded as mint state, or MS, by professional coin grading services. Among these, coins graded MS 67 and higher are considered incredibly rare. A top-grade 1964 D Lincoln penny with an extremely strong strike and flawless surfaces has achieved the staggering market value of $88,927 in recent auctions, setting a record that stunned collectors and coin dealers alike. Let's not forget that 1964 was also a pivotal time in U.S. coin history. Silver coins were about to be phased out of circulation, and the Coinage Act of 1965 was just around the corner. This transitional period saw the U.S. Mint experimenting and updating production methods, which led to more chances for minting errors and rare varieties to slip into circulation. That historical context adds an extra layer of significance to coins minted in 1964, including the Lincoln penny from the Denver Mint. If you're wondering how you might discover one of these hidden treasures, the answer lies in carefully examining your coins. Look closely for doubling in the lettering or date, check for any unusual marks near the mint mark, and inspect the overall condition. Even circulated examples with rare errors can sell for hundreds or thousands of dollars, but the truly premium prices are paid for those in gem mint condition with verified rare features. Professional grading by services such as PCGS or NGC is essential if you believe you have a high quality or error variety of the 1964 D penny. A small investment in authentication and grading can turn your penny into a verified collector's item and dramatically increase its value in the marketplace. So why do collectors value the 1964 D penny so highly? It's the perfect storm of history, mintage volume, potential for rare errors, and the allure of finding a high-grade survivor in near-perfect condition. These factors combine to make the 1964 D Lincoln 1-cent penny one of the most talked-about coins in the numismatic world. And with a current market value reaching up to $88,927, it is no longer just a piece of pocket change, it's a coin that could change your financial life. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just getting started, always check your change. You never know when an unassuming penny might turn out to be a rare and highly valuable treasure. That's the magic of coin collecting: history, discovery, and the thrill of finding something truly special. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos on rare and valuable coins that could be worth a fortune. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and you might just be the next lucky owner of a coin worth tens of thousands of dollars.